Good morning, Chairman Connolly and Ranking Member Meadows and members of the committee. Thank you for providing me the opportunity to discuss the Department of Health and Human Services FedRAMP program with you today. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with the subcommittee today to share our perspectives on a program that we believe is a strategic enabler for modernization. I joined HHS 18 months ago and was appointed as the permanent Chief Information Officer about 50 days ago. And although I've had a brief tenure as CIO, I'm keenly aware of the value and importance of leveraging cloud technology to drive greater data sharing, greater data security, and greater financial savings. Why do we look at FedRAMP as a strategic enabler? HHS deals with the most critical information regarding 1 in 3 Americans. FedRAMP is the fulcrum for modernization efforts, and we've committed to it. In 2013, HHS was the first agency to sponsor a cloud service provider through the FedRAMP process. To date, HHS has authorized a total of 14 cloud service technologies and leverages over 60 FedRAMP authorized cloud products across the enterprise. We support the standardization and reuse model. It has saved HHS, its customers, and industry countless hours. At HHS, FedRAMP's success is built on partnership between industry and government. At HHS, FedRAMP is more than a point-in-time authorization of a specific technology. We actually meet with our industry partners on a monthly basis and share security concerns. This allows us to have ongoing monitoring and maintenance of our FedRAMP-approved cloud service providers. I thought for a second I would talk to you about the legal framework that y'all have put in place that is actually driving change within federal agencies and how it's impacting behavior specifically within HHS. To us, FedRAMP is secure cloud. FTAR is empowering the CIO and giving him the visibility to actually drive change to that secure cloud environment. And the MGT Act is the incentives that actually drives those actions. An example of this behavior in HHS that we believe will be transformative for the acquisition function is called HHS Accelerate. We thought to ourselves at HHS, wouldn't it be amazing if we could give the cancer researcher that comes to HHS insight on all of the expenditures associated with cancer research that came before him, so that he had the benefit of that information in real time available to him at his fingertips, so that he could do a business plan or an acquisition plan to spend the money that he has to solve a large problem, cancer. We thought, wouldn't it be amazing at HHS if we could give contracting professionals the terms and conditions and prices paid associated with different products and services from the $24.2 billion in spend we spend every year in the 100,000 contracts. It's kind of like going to Target. If you walk in Target and you show them a price that you found on Amazon, the cashier will immediately give you the discount. Well, because of the legal framework that you've put in place, we've actually been able to build a program which we call HHS Accelerate that we think will facilitate those behaviors. We built that program from April 17th to December 10th, and we're testing it now. And we do not believe it could have happened that quickly without this legal framework, so thank you for your visionary work. All of the work to actually develop HHS Accelerate was performed by small businesses. I've been committed to the small business community as an employee at the Treasury, as an employee at the Department of Homeland Security, and now as an employee at HHS. And I just got an invite to participate in the Congressional Meet and Match Procurement Workshop Conference in September, and if ethics approved, I'm delighted to attend. As with anything, there are future opportunities, and I just want to highlight a couple. At HHS, our Secretary and Deputy Secretary have set a goal to make data available to private sector healthcare companies to improve health outcomes for the American people. We call it liberating data. FedRAMP is the mechanism that will ensure that we can securely share data with industry partners that specifically operate in the private sector healthcare marketplace to improve health outcomes for the American people. We have to educate those companies on what FedRAMP is. They've never done business with the U.S. federal government before, but in order to access our data, they need to be FedRAMP-approved provider. And that is extremely important to us, and that is an opportunity to directly impact the American citizens in this nation. So we believe that education and engagement with the industry base is the single most important criteria for making FedRAMP successful. I'll close by saying this. At HHS, we believe technology modernization is iterative and evolutionary. As we build, we learn. As we learn, we mature. As we mature, we implement. And as we succeed, we scale. And we've taken that approach. As you guys have built the legal framework to drive change in this marketplace, I think you've taken the same approach. And we certainly appreciate that at HHS. Happy to answer any questions that you may have.